Diet phase 2, day 11, I think. I just like the fundamentals, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's day 11, else it will be updated in the video, and who cares? Mood is still good, obviously feel good. Not as much caffeine today, slowly tapering it out, but still enough to have a good buzz going. 5.9 to 6.2 urine pH, 84.5 kilos body weight, so still slowly rising just due to my dietary intake. My urine EC was 3.57, the old 357 to 5.89, which is lower than the usual range has been. It hasn't spiked so much. Drinking a lot of water though. I did a blood pressure test. I haven't been adding them because I don't really need to as such. It can be misleading as well until you start doing heavier weights and start eating more food. But my blood pressure was 125 over 76, which is the lowest it's probably been, I can't even remember, 5 or 6 years. So that is kind of a good benchmark to have as well. And it will start to be, like, I'm taking it every day. A couple of times. You should take it after training in the morning and night. So at least 3 times, usually 4, to get an accurate reading. You don't get an accurate reading from doing it once a day. Sort of like, there's a couple of different vitals that are the same. So a mate said that I'm eating a lot at 3,000 calories, but with my resting metabolic rate test, which I will yet to do the AP comparison on when I get the second one done, states that for me to break even with the amount of training I'm doing, and that was less than what I'm doing now, I would need to consume 3,050 calories. So for an energy balance, which is not a meme, and a lot of people don't get this, what you take in every day versus what you put out is true. Like, that is how this is working. This is how you will lose fat, and this is how you also gain muscle. You don't want to have anything left in the tank. If you can balance that energy level, it's the aim of the game. Trust me, I've mastered it over 20 years. It definitely works for everyone. There's, like I said, there's some conditions. People have thyroid issues, whatnot. Sure, granted, but there's no such thing as genetics, creating any difference, unless it's one of those things that I just said, thyroid or some, giganticism or something ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but something out there. Anyone can benefit from this, so that's why calorie counting is useful, and that's why rest and metabolic rate tests are useful as well, because you can basically see what your body will consume just being sedentary or at various stages of incremented activity, and see basically how much you should eat if you want to gain weight or lose weight, or just break equal at equilibrium, which is what I'm doing at the moment. I don't want to gain a whole bunch of weight in this phase. I'm still rehabilitating stuff, trying to undo imbalances and improve my joint mobility and stuff like that. So I don't really want to start stacking it on yet, but that's the joke. Is 3,000 calories for most people, lazy manlets, would be a ridiculous amount of food, because most people don't do anything. But if you do stuff and you do exercise, or God heavens forbid, walk to and from the shops, or walk to and from public transport or something like that every day, you'd be surprised that in addition to what your brain's using every day, what will run up a deficit or a surplus. So that's the rationale behind that. I will explain my diet as time goes on. It is not required right now. All you need to do is start looking at how many macros you're taking in every day and start being mindful of that. But that's it for the time being. Have a good weekend. See you later.